Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another speed build. So I know I always say I'm not a builder, but your girl really tried to challenge herself with this build because my legacy family needs a new house, or I really wanted to give them a new house because I wasn't really loving their current house. So I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded on my channel. Well, technically this is like the second video, but this was recorded before I recorded the update video for the family that belongs to this house. Work has been keeping me busy, and to be honest, I've been a little bored with The Sims 4. So I kind of been, because I've been busy, and then when I had time to play, I didn't want to play, if that makes sense. So I've kind of taken a small break from the game, and when I finally came back, I was like, I'm building this house because the family was getting ready. We're in our third generation, and it's a legacy household, and so because it's in the third generation, I was like, yeah, it needs a new house because the third generation is on their way out, but the heir, it's still an adult, if that makes sense. Like, it's getting to that point where soon their kids will be ready to take over. And so the house that we're in is the house that we've been in since his mother was the heir. Like, right when she became a young adult, I updated the house that they were in, that you'll see in the video that I uploaded yesterday. So if you have not checked out that or even seen any of this legacy family, check out the Hendricks legacy playlist on my channel. I'll probably link it somewhere in the video or at the end, and you just check out and see the family grow to where they are now. The house, though, that I'm building won't be in the video because they don't move into it until after I do that video. But the next update, you'll see the house in play and slightly adjusted, because I actually started building this house in Newcrest, and because I was like, I know this house is going to be on the biggest lot in Brittleton Bay, which is a 64 by 64 lot, I believe. It is like literally, I think it's the biggest lot, like residential lot to build on in any of the worlds that we have with The Sims 4. And I don't know why I decided to do that, but you know, hey, it is the biggest lot, but I wanted to play in a new world. So that's not a new world, play in a different world than I usually play in. And I don't play in Brittleton Bay that often. So that's part of the reason why I chose that to have my legacy. And you have to start a legacy on like the biggest lot in the world, and that's it. Anyway, so I started in Newcrest because I knew that the house was going to need to be slightly adjusted, because I wanted to put it up on for you guys to download on the gallery, which you can at xVeenaFredishayx. Lord, I don't know why I started on that. So I was like, but it's not, I don't want to know if I can fully do a full 64 by 64 lot for you guys to be able to download it and it be a decent house. But as I was building on Newcrest, I realized I couldn't really get the biggest, I don't know, I guess adjustment of where everything should be laid out according to when I needed to actually place it for my family. So I kind of had to move it after a certain point. So I did most of the shell, I believe, in Newcrest, and then you'll probably see the clip jump to when we're finally on the lot in Brittleton Bay, and that's when I do like the major changes. But we'll get to the changes, because man, this house tested my building skill a lot. But I don't know, it's because I feel like I was following a plan, which is what I usually do when I build houses, is I tend to find a house off of Google. I'll search a particular rooms I need, or a room and bathroom, or the type of house I'm looking for. And I kind of wanted a house that would fit into the area of Brittleton Bay, which is seaside, but I also get I don't know exactly the term. I don't know. I watch house flipping videos and all that stuff like that, but I don't really know the different style of house names and all that stuff. But the house that I am actually basing this off of is a colonial style house, and I could tell from the pictures that, well, no, mainly from the floor plan, that it looked like it was a box house that they probably had renovated and added stuff onto, because when it came to the roofing is when it really stood out to me, and I was just like, at least for me, the roofing was just not translating very well visually into the game. And I was getting so frustrated because roofing is already like my biggest issue when it comes to building. Because if you can notice the house on the side, I built that, and the roof of that is, woo, we're not gonna go there on that one. but I've been trying to, elevate my roofing skills, and this house was really testing my patience. I was on the roof for too long. Too long. Like after a certain point I was getting frustrated and had to go watch building videos. So yeah, here we are in Brittleton Bay now. And by this point it's like, okay, I really got to fix this roof because I did not want to go on with the rest of the house unless I had the roofing done, because it's always my biggest issue. Like I said, I tend to usually save the roofing for last, but as of lately when I'm challenging myself with builds, I try to do the roofing as soon as I'm done with the shell. So, and here I am, okay, adding on stuff, and I'm trying to add different tweaks to it to see if it helped me enjoy the roofing that I initially did, but it was just not working. I was trying to add on a little extra stuff, widening the house, and I was like, no, I kind of didn't want it to be too big. I kind of wanted to fill out the lot, but not make the house be the lot, which is what I tend to do when I try to build on my own. And here I am trying to make some tweaks to the roof and see if I can like it better. And I got so frustrated after a certain point. I just was like, you know what, let me go watch some Sims 4 roofing tutorial videos. I know there's some out there, and see if it can help me. And I literally had to play the video and build at the same time, because like I'll watch the video and then try to go do it myself was not working, because I was like, no, this is still not looking well at all. So I had to adjust a bit of the house and still end up making some of it bigger just to roof it better. I don't know. I feel like I need to try to test myself and do like a tiny home and see if I can roof, like a quirky tiny home, and see if I can roof it really nicely. But because I end up making houses bigger, and then the rooms are so big to decorate and all that stuff, and I'm just like, do I really want to do that? And the rooms be excessively large for no reason. So the initial roofing that we had when I was in Newcrest is completely scrapped, and then I go into something completely different. I think I even cut out, I didn't even record yet. Here we are. I didn't even record when I got to a decent roofing space, and I kind of came in at the end to show that yes, I'm technically still roofing it myself and still having issues and tweaking things here and there. But I will say I am very proud of how the roofing turned out. It may not be the best, but I'm proud of what it came out to be. I definitely worked way too long on this, and I don't think I want to roof for quite a while because this stressed me out. But yeah, I'm proud of myself. So it's technically a four bedroom, 5 bathroom, because the little house in the back has a bathroom as well. I kind of wanted it to be like, I guess you could say, the mother-in-law suite. It's technically not that at the moment. Like the upstairs part is where like the hobbies are, and downstairs is the laundry space. I did that just to kind of have that there, because the house floor plan that I was following, it had the laundry upstairs, but then I was like, I need an extra bathroom. This is too small of a bathroom, and I was like, I didn't want them to reduce down the bedrooms or bathrooms that they had in the previous house, because the previous house, almost each bedroom had their own bathroom. Almost each bedroom had an ensuite bathroom, and I think one bedroom had its own bathroom that was kind of communal, but basically that was their bathroom. So I kind of this house floor plan didn't have that same thing where everyone had their own bathroom, but I still wanted to have them have plenty of bathrooms, because I needed a bathroom on the main floor, which is kind of more of a half bath, which is a toilet and a sink. And that's the same for the one that's in the little house. It's just a toilet and a sink, I don't believe. I may have put a shower in there. I don't remember, because I really kind of left that decoration very minimal for that place. The main stuff is the house, because that's where the family will be really staying. I'm proud of the house though, but it definitely tested my patience. I had to take breaks because I was like, I'm about to scream, but I really wanted to test myself with everything. So I kind of had to try to remember all my little tricks, because I also haven't really built in a long time. The last house I built was maybe a month before, and it was my eco lifestyle container home from my asylum sim, and that was really simple and quick because it was a container home and it was small. So I haven't had to build something this big, I think, since probably the last time I edited their house, which, like I said, was when generation 2 had just become a young adult, and that was over a year ago. Wow. Yeah, so it's definitely been a minute since I built something this big, because the only time I really build houses this big is when I'm playing my legacy families, because I very rarely play on the biggest lots in the world. I think, yes, if I can recount, the only time I've ever played on lots where mansion houses are more the thing, or it makes more sense, I should say, it's only been my legacy families, because I usually don't play on lots that big. I play in average size houses. I think the biggest lot I've made play on normally is the 40 by 40 lots in Newcrest, because I tend to play in Newcrest quite a lot. But yeah. So, but with this house though, I did finally download Country Kitchen, and using this pack was kind of inspiration for the kitchen as well. So like I said, I feel like Brittleton Bray is seaside, yes, but it also gives me, like, I feel like the town area would be like a country feel. So I figured that using the Country Kitchen kit would be the best in this setting, I guess you could say. Surprisingly though, I played in the house though, since I've done it, and placed it on a lot with my legacy family, and they don't like the decorations in the kitchen. Which makes me feel slightly offensive. But also, when I was decorating the house, I did try to stick to certain packs. I didn't realize till I saved it that I used a whole lot more packs than I realized. I really thought I was really using like maybe at the most 5 or so packs. I use quite a bit, but some of it is decorative stuff. So if you don't have these packs, you're not really going to be missing much. The only packs I feel like you would need to have is the expansion packs that I use, which I use a lot of cats and dogs because it's in Brittleton Bay. I use some Discovery University windows, and what else? There's another pack that I feel like to keep the entire build of the house you will need. I don't remember. If you try to download it off the gallery, you'll see which packs. But like the smaller packs, like some of the stuff packs and things, is not necessary. I think there is a City Living. City Living is an expansion pack I use, but it's a TV. It's not that deep. So if you don't have that pack, you're not going to be missing a whole lot. But like I said, definitely cats and dogs. And one other expansion pack, I can't remember, is those packs you definitely need to make sure you have at least the builds of the house. If you don't have Country Kitchen, then you know where the kitchen is. You just add your own stuff. I do like the house that I'm playing in. I just kind of wish my Sims liked the decorations. But like I said, I really thought I was using minimal packs. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's because I don't got a whole lot of excessive decorations from all the packs. And then when I looked at it on the gallery, I was like, oh, they just really don't like how I decorated. It's all right. They're going to deal with it because I'm not changing it because it took me too long to get where I am. Even though I am proud of the kitchen, though. Like, I don't usually do that style of kitchen. That's why I held off on buying the pack. Like, I literally bought the pack the day I started building this house. And speaking of which, it took me 2 days to do this. Also, I was working, so that's part of the reason, too. But one of the days I was off, and that was the day that I put in the most work and was getting the most frustrated because I was really dealing with the roofing by then. But I am proud. They have a kitchenette area in the kitchen. It's a pretty big kitchen, and then they have a formal dining room. All the bedrooms are actually on the second floor, which in the previous house the master was on the main, because I tried to keep the aesthetic of how I built the initial house, because I've kind of started even from the beginning, like tried to give a consistent floor plan with each house, each reiteration of the house, to try to kind of keep a similar floor plan to the initial, so it kind of looks like they really are just adding on. But this is the first time where it's like a major change to the entire floor plan of the house. But I like it. There's an office downstairs for Jackson, who is the heir. He is a best-selling writer, author. So I figured it would be good for him to have an office, because he had one in the previous house, but a bigger one. And then there's the living room on the main floor. And then upstairs or the 3 bedrooms in the master bedroom that has its own area, own little patio area that's outside that's not covered, but it's a nice little place that I feel like I would love to decorate and put stuff up there depending on what the area is into. And then there is 2 bathrooms that are in the hall, and one of them only has a shower, the other one has the tub shower combo. Because I was initially going to still try to put the laundry room up there, so that's why I was like, well, let me just put a shower in here. But then I was like, you know what, we have the extra house, what am I going to put in there? I might as well just put the laundry stuff down there. So that's what I eventually did. I got a fireplace, which we did not have in the previous house, which I felt was like it was needed to be, because one, they are on the biggest lot in Brillton Bay, but they have a very seaside area view, and it gets cold pretty quickly in Brillton Bay. Like once fall hits, it's cold and it's rainy. So I figured it made sense for them to have a fireplace. I probably would eventually add another one somewhere, maybe upstairs in the master somewhere, because I feel like the master is still kind of small, so I might expand the room into the deck space that is up there. I don't know, like I like the house as it is now, but I could see myself making some tweaks here and there as the legacy grows. And because it took me so long to build this one, I keep saying that I'm not adjusting this house for at least a couple more generations, because no, I put too much work into this for me to have to go and adjust it after a generation or 2. No, we're going to stick with this house for a while. Like I thought we were going to stick with the last one for a while, because I was like, I was going to just wait, because I think I got stressed out with that one too, but this one was a bigger stress. But the payoff of the end is definitely a bigger gratitude for me. So that's why I feel like this one is going to stick around for quite a while. And then once I got into decorating, it was a little bit easier. A lot of this, how I kept certain things was, or used certain pieces, is because they're unlocked from my sim. So like these bookcases are technically locked items, but my sim, because he's level 10 in his writer career, he's unlocked a lot of stuff, so I try to keep the unlocked stuff that he would use out, and I try to remember all of that stuff. So some of the decoration stuff maybe not be things that your sim technically can access, but if you download the house, it's not a big deal. But technically your sim won't be able to buy it, so if you delete it, you won't be able to buy it back unless your sim's unlocked it. Just want to point that out. But anyway, guys, I really don't have much else to say about this house. But so let's get on to my thoughts on The Sims 4. I love this game. I've followed this game since the beginning. I love Sims in general. I came into playing The Sims with The Sims 3, at least PC side, because I used to play it on my phone. I played Sims Social on Facebook. I played the 2 different versions. I played The Sims Mobile. The Sims Mobile is new, but I played Sims Free Play. I also played like The Sims, like the paid version on my phone, which I didn't get very far because it was a hassle with that. Anyway, but I came to the PC side with Sims 3, and by then it was when University for Sims 3 came out, and it was basically near the end of Sims 3. So Sims 4 is the first Sims game that I followed from the beginning. And when it initially came out and was missing things, I was like, okay, well, maybe this is just how it is when base game comes out. But as I've been watching other Simmers who've been playing Sims since Sims 2 or since the beginning of Sims, I didn't realize how incomplete Sims 4 was until, I guess I say, recent years. And it still didn't bother me because I was like, well, I'm still enjoying the game. But I realized with having my consistent need for breaks from the game, or having issues of having to be able to make storyline content for LPs, is making me realize that we need more gameplay. And I recently went back to playing Sims 3, and I'm just like, oh, I do realize, because once Sims 4 came out, I kind of stopped playing Sims 3, so I forgot a lot of little quirks and things that happen with the Sims 3. And not to say that we need a just spit up of Sims 3 in Sims 4. I mean, yes, make Sims 4 its own iteration like the previous Sims games, but I think a lot of people are realizing as well, going back to playing the previous games, or the ones that never really stopped playing the previous games, that Sims 4 needs more other than it to look good. I'll give it that. Sims 4 definitely has the best graphics out of all of the Sims games. Of course, it's the most recent, so yes, it probably will most likely have the best graphics. And it does have its nice touches that the other previous Sims games didn't have. But like I said, with going back to the Sims 3, I'm just like, the little chances and the little, I don't know, interactive stuff that came with Sims 3. Like, I'm playing a sim and I took her to university. The parties that we got invited to, we didn't have with Discovery University. Like, we get invited to things, but it's not like how the parties were in Sims 3 University, which is what brought me to the game. Like finding out stuff about family members coming over, things like that I don't know, like I feel like little interactive stuff I feel like we need. Like, you kind of have to force a lot of stuff with the Sims 4, which I'm coming to realize is why I probably got bored with certain families and stopped playing earlier on. Like, now I kind of just limit myself to a few families. Yes, my LP families, but I have my own personal ones I play off screen, and literally it's down to like maybe 2 or 3 that I play off screen. So I don't know, I feel like, and then after the past year that we've had of packs, well, no, year and a half, because since Island Living, to be honest, the only pack that, even though Discovery University I feel like was really good and still needed some things, though, it was definitely a good expansion pack. The other packs, after a while, they don't shine as much to me. Like, I love Snowy Escape, but my LP kind of fell short because I really, like, it's definitely a good pack. Like, it's a nice place to have my Sims go. I have all my Sims go there. But as to play Sims that live there and have good stories to play there, I don't know, maybe it's just my brain fog. I'm not really getting it. And I feel like other Simmers are feeling the same way about Snowy Escape. And I was trying not to see it that way for quite a while. But the longer I've been away from that LP, the more I'm realizing that I'm still not getting anything to go back that I haven't already done before. And I don't want to keep repeating the same storylines or doing the same stuff over again. And it's just like, I don't know, we need glitch fixes, yes, because the family is, particularly for this house, I've had a lot of glitch issues with over time. Granted, they've been fixed, but I feel like I would be actually a whole lot further along in this legacy if it weren't for the glitches. I think I have almost a glitch, besides my founding generation, I've had almost a glitch every generation, even though we're only on 3. We're about to hit 4, but those are glitches that are like gameplay issues and kind of make it frustrating to play. So, like, I don't know, yes, they're working on the game. I could tell that they are working on and fixing things in the game and fixing glitches, which I love. They're doing the whole laundry list of letting us know what they're working on. That's not all that they're working on with the laundry list. They always say that, but it's nice to see that some of the stuff that I'm finding issues with, but other players may not have, are getting fixed, or the same thing vice versa. So it's like, it's nice to see that, but also, can we get more of the basic gameplay stuff? Like, a lot of people are saying they want a Generations pack. I kind of was like, we don't really need that. We have Parenthood. But the more away from Parenthood we become, I'm like, yeah, we kind of do need a Generations pack. Because I love Parenthood for the game pack that it is. Definitely one of my favorite game packs. But I feel like we need more. And in an expansion pack more, and a full expansion pack more worthy. Because I feel like if they fall through with Generations, it's just kind of, you're just really gonna piss off the rest of the people that have wholeheartedly loved this game for so long. And I wouldn't say I would be pissed completely. It's just, if you mess up Generations, because as much as I love Snowy Escape, I don't know, I feel like the town needed more, even though it's very nice. The town needed more. Or something, because the gameplay beyond just skiing and snowboarding is not really there. And then with Eco Lifestyle, it's a decent pack, but it's not a pack for me. So that I feel like is a taste expansion pack, or how you play your game type expansion pack. So I can't really fault that one for it, is because I enjoyed it while I played it, but I don't think I'll play in the world very often or use the Eco stuff, because I don't play Sims like that. I don't know, that I'm not that type of player that plays green Sims, but I know I like that I have that option to do that, because usually when I play a Sim like that, it's outside of my normal gameplay. So that's why I feel like if we get a Generations pack, it's going chef's kiss if it's good, because that's the type of gameplay I'm usually playing. That's how I played on The Sims 3 all the time. I always played a family, or that was my end goal, for it to be a family. Even if I started off with just a couple or a single person, my end game always was to have them have a family. But Sims 4 is the first time I'm actually playing through Generations. So if we can get a Generations pack to make that heighten even more, I'll probably be playing Legacies all the time. But yeah, so I've rambled on enough. My thoughts on The Sims, the house, and I hope you guys will check out my Hendricks Legacy updates to get more information on the family. I'm kind of end off my little voiceover here. I've talked for quite a bit. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this speed build. After the speed through, we're going to go in through the pictures, and I hope you guys enjoyed it like I said. So if you did, please go ahead and leave your comments and suggestions down below. Hit that like button because you know you want to. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And until next time, guys, bye.